Hey guys, Chris Santana here. So Vasu Raja, our Senior Vice President of Planning, gave Heidi Hedgeman at Plain Business Banter, a weekly subscription publication on the airline industry, an interview. And I'm going to be very blunt here. This interview with Vasu and Heidi was simply an attempt to massage the minds of the employees to forget the past, to be glad they have a job, and to be ready to give concessions. So in order to convey my message to you, I want to read you a couple of the clips from the actual interview so I can explain to you what I mean by massaging our minds. Vasu says that whenever faced with a new crisis, you want to pattern recognize it to all the prior crisis situations that have taken place. Now, this is a man who's a planner for one of the largest airlines in the world, and he's telling its employees that to associate a crisis in the past with a crisis in the present is not good. Well, that's an insult to our intelligence. So right here, it tells me that the intention is to have us erase everything that we went through with American Airlines in the past. As the interview goes on, Heidi begins to question Vasu about the strategy the company's using, what makes them think that things are going to work now. Vasu then admits that there's a lot of trust that has to be rebuilt because there was things that went on before that shouldn't have gone on. You know, the typical usual corporate, we've got the solution now, we're not going to do what we did before. But here's a quote, and I'm quoting Vasu, what he said. "We have to tell our story differently. We have to find the right vocabulary to do it." Now, in the interview, he's speaking about overall, in general, the message about how they communicate and how they share their strategy with both the financial sector and the employees. But notice the language that he's using. Here's the part that led me to record this video, and what I want all of you out there to take, and I'm going to read it, and I'm going to read directly from the interview. "I really fear that labor unions have been so conditioned that when faced with the furlough of X thousands of their members versus having to do something politically creative and different, that the leadership of the unions may default to furlough." And this is where I know now for certain that the company is just trying to brainwash the employees. Now, Mr. Raja, with all due respect, labor unions are empowered by their members to represent them and protect them, their wages, their work benefits, and improve their quality of work life. If you want to call conditioned unions fighting for the rights of their workers and making sure that the benefits and pay and all the other things that have been earned through the years are protected, conditioned, that's not conditioned, that's fighting. And politically different, I mean, where are we going with this? Like, are you kidding me? Politically different? On 9/11, we faced terrorists head on. And after we faced terrorists head on, we then had the battle of fighting our own corporation because they wanted to take everything from us. When we gave them everything we had, and then we started making a ton of money, that same corporation never gave us anything that we gave them back. You took our pensions. We worked in a toxic uniforms, and at a time when the profits were soaring here at American, it took a lawsuit for you to take action and get us out of a toxic uniform. We're now in the middle of a pandemic that we faced head on, literally head on. Flight attendants continue flying. Before COVID was COVID, flight attendants were being exposed with customers we were transporting all around the world. And these same flight attendants, you're telling that they have to be politically different or think politically different. This is self-explanatory, and I only bring you this message because we need to be ready and we need to be informed. I don't have a problem with this corporation getting back on its feet. I don't have a problem pooling as long as we're all pooling. And I love winning as long as we're all winning. But there is a history here where we pooled and only the corporation won. Please stay informed and fly safe.